You're listening to episode 96 of the Super League Pod. Coming up on your favourite Rugby League podcast, we've got all your feedback and shout-outs from last week's episode, news from around the world of Rugby League, we'll be reviewing round 11 of Super League play and taking a look back at the most recent round of the Challenge Cup, as well as previewing round 12's action. All that and more on your podcast with your views, Super League Pod. Hello, good evening and welcome. It's Super League Pod, episode 96, Mark. How are we doing?
Yeah, a month away from three figures.
A month away from three figures. Yeah. But today...
It's all about the here and now, Thomas.
Is April the 18th.
Yeah.
I've had it brought to my attention. I won't go into too much detail. I don't want to cut people out of the loop or offend people, but today's April the 18th. And if you know why that's special, it's a glorious day. Don't you know why that's special?
I'm sure it was brought to our attention a while ago.
It was, well, to be honest, Frogmore reminded me, today is International Anal Sex Day.
Fair enough. It's not happening, Tom. It's off the table. Just let you know, off the table.
To be honest, given the success of Steak and BJ Day, when I brought that up to you, I had assumed that Anal Sex Day wasn't happening for us, but you get yourself home quick enough. Bring it up. See how you do. Just, if it's an international day, could be something that works out for you. That's all I'm saying.
That's doubtful.
This is the part of the podcast, of course, that your missus listens to quite frequently, isn't it? How's your week been, sir?
It's been alright, yeah, not too bad. It was my father-in-law's 70th birthday, so we don't want him to have listened to this part of the show for his birthday shout out there. But yeah, it was good. We had a cake made that looked like a train, because he likes trains.
Oh, very good.
And we went out for a nice meal.
I remember having a train cake.
Yeah.
There you go.
We thought
I was 6.
We thought it'd be like a kids thing when we looked at pictures on the internet to send to the cake making woman. But actually, they were all like Stephen's 70th or Philip's 60th or whatever. They were all for older men.
Have you seen that thing that's going on the internet over like a few times that people have told cake makers what to put on cakes and they've been taken literally?
No.
So there was one chocolate cake. The one that sticks in my mind is something along the lines of "Tell him he's a cunt." No, not really. Tell him happy birthday. And it was on a cake, which I thought was pretty funny. No, it's just a setup or what have you. But
yeah, I assume someone's made a cake and piped that on the top as a joke.
Made me chuckle either way.
There you go.
So that's it. My week's been standard. Thanks for asking.
I thought we were still
talking about you,
finishing things off.
It's all about you.
Yeah. So what did you get up to?
Nothing's been boring. Quiet weekend. No, I had a night out with my lady friend on Saturday night. That was about it, really. That's about the highlight. Other than that, it's been work and postage, putting all them shirts in boxes and making sure that I absolutely got the right shirts in the right box with the right address label on.
Why did I trust you to do this?
Oh, I've 100% got it right.
You got the addresses, yeah?
Addresses are on. The sizes are matched up. Your spreadsheet came in invaluable. So
you mean my spreadsheet that I did as a backup because I thought Tom ain't got his shit together on this.
But once you did the spreadsheet, I was fine, wasn't I? I didn't need to keep my shit together. I've got the notes somewhere, but I didn't need to dig them out because you'd done a spreadsheet. You were wonderful, and you love doing spreadsheets. Spreadsheets are like your birthday tea; they're the best thing ever for you. So, but we're all sorted.
Good stuff. So jerseys are on the way.
Jerseys have been posted, courtesy of my old dear, as a matter of fact.
Some travelling internationally, some travelling more locally. So let us know when you get them. We want pictures of you at games wearing the jerseys, guys.
Absolutely, and family functions, and formal occasions, and just any way you can possibly put them on to raise a
dress down day at work.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, that reminds me, this Friday I could do that myself.
Good stuff.
Right, who's been getting in touch with us this week, Mark?
Well, last week we mentioned the... who brought up the question?
Players we love to hate, wasn't it?
Brought up the question.
Alwitz.
Might have been, yeah, good shout.
It was.
Good shout. So we had a few of those. Swagtastic Frogmore.
Swagtastic.
Anyway, Matt said...
He has got tons of swag, I have heard.
The player I hate but would have at my club would be pre-decline Ryan Hall. I can't even tell you why I hate him.
He's got a smug-ish face. Ish. Ish.
Yeah.
When he's got the stupid moustache and he's bleached his hair, he looks a bit smug. With no reason. But yeah, pre-decline Rhino. You wouldn't have him this year, would you?
Not at the moment, no. But I'm sure he'll come good by the Four Nations. Colin Render said he'd have quite a few.
Jesus.
John Bateman, Michael McLaurin, Justin Carney and Danny Brough would all make his list.
Yeah.
Rich Wilkinson got in touch. He said, player I love to hate, Brough. Think he looks like a world beater 1 minute and as the most overrated player the next. Would love him at Leeds at his best, but think he would destroy the dressing room if there's still one left. Ultimately, when did he ever turn up in a big game? Never. I don't know if I love him or hate him. I don't know if he's the best or most hyped halfback in the competition. I must mention as well the world hide-and-seek champion Leon Price.
This is ridiculous. I was
most
fuming with
overrated
this.
player to ever pull on a shirt.
Count his medals.
Think he's had one good game against Leeds. You know which game that was, Tom.
Yeah.
Scumbag of a human being and an even worse player. I think Tom may have a different take.
I don't get why he thinks he's a scumbag of a human being.
I'm just reminded of the old joke. Which you've already dropped one, Simon, so we're not going down those lines again.
No, I'll try and think of a way of telling that joke in a clean fashion during the course of the show. But no, I don't understand why he doesn't like Leon Price. Leon Price was a legend.
I don't like it.
If only. Well, why don't? Okay, well, this is obviously I'm biased. Obviously, I look at it through.
Well, he played for the Bulls and he played for Saints. They were our rivals.
Okay.
What's to like?
But why specifically did you not like him then? That's just like, I don't like him because he played for Saints.
Yeah.
Well, that's a given. But is that just?
But I don't think he ever.
There's nothing specific he's done to offend you then.
He never justified England's selection. Now I know he played in a number of different positions for England: the wing, centres, fullback, halves, whatever.
Yeah.
He never justified his selection when he played for me. He never matched the sort of level he would match when he'd do something really annoying. And also, it wound me up that people kept falling for his dummy because it was the most obvious dummy.
It was a great dummy.
Yeah, but it wasn't. That was the thing. I knew it was coming. So why didn't the players know it was coming? And I just didn't. He never did it for me when I needed him to. He always did it for me when I didn't need him to.
Right.
Basically. So I'm on board with Rich. Apart from I don't know anything about him as a human being.
He did it for me when he needed to.
I know you tried to nosh off his dad when we were in when we saw him at the Bulls game. But
he tried to nosh his dad off. I just knew who it was, Mark. There's a bit of a difference. Listen, I would happily take all this shit that you give me about Robbie Paul if you hadn't melted like a teenage girl when Henry Paul rocked up.
I wasn't bothered.
You weren't bothered. You got giddy, and he had his best years for us anyway.
Well, shorter memories, obviously, you have some. But yeah. So another thing we talked about last week was Wakefield winning streaks. Now Sean Norton got in touch. He said the best Wakey winning streak, excluding the playoffs, since his records began in 2009 are 2009 5 wins, 2010 3, 2011 they never won more than one in a row, 2012 they had 7 wins in a row, which was a really good run. 13-4, 14-2, 15-2, and he's claiming 5 in 2016 because he says the record books will show that they've won from round 7 to 11. The record books that I have would sort of kind of show that, but also not that.
Yeah.
If you looked at dates, but basically, 7. That's pretty impressive.
That must have been the playoff year then, surely.
They must have got the playoffs that year. I'm sure Brian Davies will tell us all about that. Pre 2009. I had a scan through my sources and resources and couldn't find anything from a quick scan, but all I did is looked at the seasons with double figures of wins, thinking that's the only way they're going to beat 7, and they didn't. In the Great Escape £1 million derby year,
not to confuse people,
they didn't. They only won about 2 in a row max, and they only started winning in the last month. I sort of forget that Super League wasn't always like it is this year.
Yeah. It's
normally more like it was last year, where the bottom team are absolutely shite.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that's very interesting stuff, and thank you, Sean, because I did put it out there, and the Super League pod listeners duly delivered.
Another thing we talked about was Lincolnshire.
Yes.
And we had Paul Michael Craig, the Thunder from Down Under, I believe you still want us to call him.
We've not discussed it, Mark.
He said, another great ep, guys. I actually have a mate who is from Grimsby. He loves RL, but only since he moved to Oz. Dead set mystery.
There you go.
Have you heard he's also he was also lined up to do a game announcer gig. Was Paul? Yeah, but it fell through just because of like other commitments around the times of when the games would have been.
Right.
Yeah.
For like someone in like a big team or for like a local
a medium-sized team.
Who was it?
Well, okay. I don't know if he was telling people who.
Okay.
So
well,
I don't know.
Well, discretion is the better part of it. We'll keep his secrets for him.
Not an NRL team.
Fair enough. Maybe you can tell me afterwards.
Lee Wheeler also got in touch.
Yes.
This was on Facebook. Lee got in touch. He said, "Hi guys, I'm a new listener to the podcast this season, having rediscovered my love of rugby league in my mid-20s. As a child, I was a big fan, going to many Wigan games with a family friend. However, this steadily fizzled out, and living in Lincoln, I found it hard to continue to go, and I lost touch with the game. Then the England versus New Zealand test rekindled my love. I now found myself born again Castleford fan, as they are about the closest to me. I'm thoroughly enjoying the pod as my midweek fix. I felt compelled to get in touch after you highlighting the lack of rugby league in Lincolnshire. Mm-hmm. I have found with great frustration a huge lack of local teams, as I've looked for teams to perhaps start to play with. All I can find is that Lincoln Uni has a team called the Swans, and then there's a team in Boston called the Buccaneers, who play in the Midlands Men's North League. Very frustrating living so close to major Super League sides but fully embedded in Union country."
Fair enough. Well, first of all, thanks for getting in touch, Lee. That's amazing, and it's nice to hear that we inspire people to get in touch who've been listening and haven't done previously. I can't help you in terms of your search for rugby league clubs, but thank you for shedding some light on the rugby culture over in Lincolnshire.
If anyone else listens that's in travelable distance, maybe hook up with Lee, get a game going.
Yeah, that's it.
A little bit of touch or something.
Sure, he can do a job.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, Paul Ludo, what did he have to say?
He said, "I think there should be an SLP award for the best chant. I've heard some crackers in the past, but my current favourite is the Widnes one, to the tune of The Lion Sleeps Tonight, which goes, 'We're the Vikings, the Widnes Vikings, we never win away. A win away, a win away, a win away, a win away.' I do love a topical one, though, to like the Wigan Ho Higher chant.
The Wigan Ho Higher chant gets it for me, but I like a little bit of frivolity and mirth.
I enjoy ones that aren't... I enjoy any chant that I've not turned the TV on and I hear some fucking football club singing the same song, and then but then the fans of the said rugby league club or football club or every other fucking club...
We're talking about marching on together, aren't we?
No, all of these songs, no. Not that, because that's specific to Leeds.
Yeah.
Wigan have some, loads of people have them,
right.
And it winds me up the fans of any club, including my own, who seem to think it's our song, but then you hear fucking League 2 football team fans singing it, or Premier League fans, or whatever, just everything, and it's not our song. But stuff like that, I've never heard anyone sing to that tune. Or the jokey ones that come about, like the Ohio one, like the Leeds South Stand one.
One of my favourite... It's not really a chant, it was just them singing a song. Did you see the video of the Irish lads at there must have been an Irish rugby match, and they'd filmed themselves singing to the steward? The steward looked like... the steward had red hair. So it looked like Ed Sheeran, and they were singing Ed Sheeran love song to him. And the guy obviously knew what they were doing. That was brilliant. That was inspired.
Yeah.
I thought that was clever. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Have you got a favourite Wigan chant at the minute? You're just Wigan, aren't you?
Well... I like the one that we've had running for a few years now. The whoa 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 whoa, we're the greatest club in the world. That one, with then all the players' names. I like that, but then about 9 months ago, I heard some other sports team singing it, and I thought,
I have heard that.
That disappointed me because I'd not heard that for we've been singing that since 2008.
Yeah.
And I've not heard any other team singing that same exact sort of rhythm to the chant until, like I say, within the last year. I don't like the sort of anthematic songs that they play at teams that I hate. They really get to me.
Right.
One of them you've already mentioned.
Fair enough. I like Annie's song at Saints. I like it when they do that, but lots of clubs do a version of that, don't they? Like a night out in Sheffield or a night out in Bradford. And all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the Bradford fans taking the shoes off, that was quite unique, I thought.
Yeah, shoes off if you love the ball.
Yeah.
It was just everything. You just someone would come up with stuff.
I enjoyed that one, yeah. But I don't know about...
Chant of the week this week. Chant of the week this week.
Definitely, if anyone comes across any good ones, record them when you're in the crowd, and then we'll play them in